Ok, clase, vamos a comenzar. Did you say it? Did you say estamos listos? I hope that you did. Buenos dias o buenas tardes, depending on what time of day that you're watching this. Today is Wednesday, March 25th. It may or may not be my birthday, but I'm not telling you all I am. That's rude. Today is our first lesson, so let's get started. Today's lesson is going to be a review of our first unit. Our first unit includes the following topics: colors, numbers 1 through 10, school supplies, subject pronouns, and then making nouns and adjectives agree and conjugating AR verbs. In the PowerPoint that you downloaded from my teacher website, you can find complete lists of our vocabulary words. I would encourage you to practice saying them out loud. For example, the Spanish word for orange is naranja, or the Spanish word for pencil is lápiz, or the Spanish number 8 is ocho. Okay, it's good to remember how to pronounce our vocabulary words. But the topic that I want to focus on with you in this video is making nouns and adjectives agree. If you follow along with me in your notes on the PowerPoint, you'll remember a few basic concepts about making nouns and adjectives agree. The first big thing is that nouns and adjectives go in a different order in Spanish than they do in English. Okay, remember that the adjective is supposed to come last. It's supposed to come after the noun. The second thing is the title of this section of notes is that nouns and adjectives are supposed to agree with each other in two ways. The first way is in number. So is it singular or is it plural? If the noun is plural, everything has to be plural. And the second way is gender. Is the noun masculine or feminine? And then all the adjectives that describe that noun must also be masculine or feminine. Okay, as promised, here is our little tiny dry erase board to do lessons with. And I have an example of noun adjective agreement. Two examples actually that we should look at. The first one is singular. So we have la pluma azul. Y clase, ¿qué significa la pluma azul? Did you say the answer? The blue pen. I feel like Dora. So we see that the word the comes first, then the word for the noun, and then the adjective. However, remember our rules about making them agree in gender and in number. I have an example for making it plural. So we switch from pluma to plumas. Now our noun is plural. So the word for the has changed from la to las, and the word from blue has changed from azul to azules. Okay, the word blue has to be plural as well. So this kind of sounds like these pens blues, but we know that's not how we would translate that to English. Furthermore, please remember that if you make something plural and it ends with a consonant, you're supposed to add es. The second topic that we will cover in today's lesson is conjugating verbs. In your PowerPoint that you downloaded from the website, once again, you'll find a couple of things you need to review. The first one is subject pronouns and their definitions. So yo is the word for I, or tú and usted are both words for you, but you use them at different times, things like that. The second thing is AR verbs and their definitions. And the third thing is AR verb endings. So you can take a moment to look over those, and then we're going to jump in and conjugate a verb together. We need to remember that conjugate is just a fancy word for change the verb to match the subject of the sentence. You just reviewed subject pronouns and verb ending, so you remember that every subject pronoun has its own verb ending to match. There are two steps when conjugating a verb we must always take. The first one is to remove the infinitive ending, which just means the last two letters of the verb, which in this case is AR. So we're going to take the AR off, and we're going to end up with just these letters left over. And the second step is to add the new ending that matches the subject. So if you look at the endings chart in your PowerPoint, you will notice that, for example, the ending that matches the subject yo is the letter O. So we added the letter O in the place of the AR, and now we have the word hablo. For the end of today's lesson, please note that you have two separate practice activities to complete in the PowerPoint, as well as two assignments. Assignment number 1 involves labeling items in your home with colors and taking a picture of them and sending them to me. And assignment number 2 involves writing some sentences using certain subject pronouns and verbs that I have provided for you. If you have questions about today's assignments, please send me a message through Remind 101 and don't forget to submit them when you're done. Because remember that the word hablar means to talk, but the word hablo means you talk. I talk. All right. Today's lesson, whoa, absolutely not. It's fine, I'll crop it.